Coming up, gunned down, a woman allegedly shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend while leaving a home. The shocking news from Montgomery County. A truck fire in D.C. intense flames and power outages in Northwest, not far from the vice president's residence at the Naval Observatory. The latest from on scene. Hostages coming home in just a few hours. 20 people soon to be released from captivity after being held by Hamas for 2 years. The president is on his way to the Middle East. How local groups are reacting to the news. In the clear? When the wet, windy weather subsides and street flooding happening right now in Ocean City, Maryland. The impact there on the ground. Holiday season savings. Diving into the new offers to spend less before the major shopping rush. We're stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. All new tonight in Montgomery County, a murder investigation is underway after a woman was allegedly shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend. Shooting happened on Imperial Drive in Wheaton just before 8:30 this morning. This is not far from Holy Cross Hospital. Now, investigators believe the 47-year-old woman was leaving a home when her ex-boyfriend came up to her and shot her several times. A witness reportedly told police about the suspect's description, plus what the car looked like that they were driving. Officers were able to find the man driving on Horizon Place in Durwood. As the police chase went on, the suspect's car reportedly rolled over and crashed. That's when the man was arrested and taken to the hospital with minor injuries. He is in custody, but no word on the suspect's name or the victim as well. Stay with us. We've also learned of tragic news. One woman was killed after being hit by a falling tree branch. This happened this afternoon in Prince George's County. Police say this unfolded around 2 o'clock on Avalon Place in the Lewisdale-Chilham area. Police say they found the woman trapped under that tree limb. She was pronounced dead. Exactly what happened is still under investigation. In the district, a commercial delivery truck went up in flames in Northwest today. Crews saying it happened around 240 on 30th Street. The truck was engulfed in flames. Look at that intensity. It threatened to spread to nearby trees and power lines. Not good. Firefighters said that Pepco has disconnected active power lines and DC Fire has put out the remaining hotspots. Some whitecaps in Ocean City, Maryland. Well, the problem was worse inland downtown. Look at this. Residents and visitors staring down street flooding. It's happened right around noon initially today. Crept in toward those streets near the Route 50 bridge on the Bayside. Right here, police blocked off an area, we're told, near 17th Street and St. Louis Avenue. Problems there. Meantime, city leaders say they're dealing with sustained winds from 35 to 45 miles per hour. And that street flooding 1 to 2 feet deep. And while local officials are dealing with the coastal storm there, our Brittany Ward is breaking down our forecast across the DMV. She's in for Scott Sumner. Brittany?
Well, we are going to be holding on to a breeze as we head through the rest of your evening, and temperature-wise, not really going to be budging much, especially as we head through that 9 o'clock hour. Temperatures expected to hold on to the lower 60s. Overcast skies expected throughout your entire evening, and it's not until about 11 o'clock tonight that's when we finally start to see those temperatures dipping down into the upper 50s, with overnight lows on the mild side dipping down into the 50s across much of the region. 59 expected to be the low in DC, 57 as you head over there to Lexington Park, 51 though expected to be the overnight low there in Kaiser. So what to expect as we head throughout the rest of the work week? Well, we do have a slight chance of seeing an isolated shower heading into the overnight hours, but I do think most of the area will be staying dry, especially if you're west of 95. Tomorrow we do it all over again. The difference is we're not going to be as windy as what we saw today. Some showers will be possible as we head through your Monday. We start to dry things out though as we head through the day on Tuesday. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast and what to expect coming up.
Our thanks to Brittany. Happening right now, we're just a few hours away from the release of Israeli hostages who've been held captive by Hamas for 2 years. This is a major development in the Middle East. Both sides agreed to a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip that cleared the way for the hostages to be freed. Our Dave Laval has some reaction here in the DMV about the impending release and what this means for the region.
Security remains tight around the Israeli embassy. Employees here join Jews from around the world and the DMV, waiting for word on the pending release of the hostages.
I am on pins and needles as I...
Gila Franklin Siegel is with the Greater Jewish Community Relations Council of Greater Washington. She's waiting to celebrate the return of 20 surviving hostages.
Until we see those hostages being transferred to Israeli officials and back in Israel with their families, we won't breathe.
More than 70,000 people have died in the war, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry and the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Palestinians make up the overwhelming majority of those deaths, while roughly 2,000 Israelis perished.
It's been 2 long years.
Nahid Awad heads the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE. He too welcomes an end to the fighting.
It's passed a long time to see an end to the genocide, to the suffering of people in Gaza and the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians also in the West Bank.
Israel will also hand over the Palestinians it captured during the war under the first phase of the peace treaty. While negotiators work on the remaining parts, both sides look to the future.
The Palestinian people will look towards the future to building their own state on their own land.
Siegel wants one other thing.
We can never allow Hamas to be in charge of Gaza again.
The Jerusalem Post reports the first hostages should start to arrive in Israel around 2 a.m. Monday, D.C. time. Some of the bodies of the dead hostages are also expected to be released on Monday. At the Israeli Embassy in Northwest, Dave Laval, D.C. News Now.
Our thanks to Dave Tennant. Coming up at 9:30, what's next for the 12 living hostages that are set to be released in just a few hours, plus a bird's eye view of what's left of Gaza and the toll of Israel's counterattack on Hamas. All right, back to our continuing coverage of the federal government shutdown. It is throwing a wrench into some major community events. A big one from this weekend. The Taste of Nova Food Festival moved their venue from Fort Belvoir to Manassas. Organizers had scrambled to relocate at the last minute, vendors too. They were originally set to be at the National Museum of the U.S. Army, but they closed there because of the shutdown. The weekend's festival wrapped up at the Nova Live campus. And despite the change, organizers did promote that visitors could still expect the same food, fun, and flavors.
Try to bring the community in Northern Virginia together any way we can.
Today was day 2 and the final day of the event. Federal workers were offered 20% off tickets to attend. And for continuing coverage, plus resources for families, and of course the latest talks to get the government back open, head to our website, dcnewsnow.com. All right, in the district, there are ongoing concerns of possible physical punishment that happened at one school in Southeast. DC News Now has learned of allegations of corporal punishment at Boone Elementary School. According to a recent D.C. police report, one student alleges when he didn't put a library book away quickly enough, a staffer, quote, grabbed him by both hands, put them behind his back, slammed him against a desk, then walked him out of the library. But the staffer tells a different story. They say the student was being unruly, threw the book, and started tussling with other students before walking out of the library.
Our educators, the people that we trust the most, be putting their hands on our students like what's being accused. That is alarming. Like, what is going on here at Boone? I'm really concerned, and I hope DCPS is going to be transparent in providing the community the information that we need to know in order to make sure that the community is safe.
DC Public Schools did share a letter from the principal to parents. It says the staff member accused of corporal punishment is on leave and will not report to the building throughout this investigation. DC police say that no arrests have been made and that investigation is still ongoing. In Maryland, there are brand new efforts to raise awareness about domestic violence. And in Prince George's County, leaders are working with nonprofits to help. One survivor is telling our Yamaris to say that the only way to end the cycle of violence is to involve everybody.
Police say overall crime is down compared to this time of last year, but domestic violence still remains a concern. And with this new partnership between police and the sheriff's office, they believe they now have stronger tools to help victims.
Domestic violence is one of these things that typically happens behind closed doors.
Prince George's County has seen a 23% drop in domestic violence assaults, but a rise in more violent incidents and non-contact shootings.
So that escalation is happening, and people are being more violent towards one another, and it's not driven by gender because it's on both sides.
And it's not just couples, family members too.
Family violence, that's still happening between, loved ones in their home.
On Tuesday, Prince George's County Police and the Sheriff's Office signed a new agreement to work closely on domestic violence cases.
When they get these cases, they can actually hold the hand of the victim through the entire process. They can work with the families. They have more time to spend, more resources.
Jeanette Brandon is a survivor and founder of the nonprofit Together We Can. Each October, she hosts an event to spread awareness.
I want this event to be where you get a breakthrough, you're healed, and you get the knowledge and understanding that you're not alone. And always understand that just like me, you can get out.
Officials say ending the cycle takes everyone, family, friends, and community.
Is when you're in that hard place, and if your family member is in that hard place, sometimes they don't see an avenue out. And they need help. We have that help available.
Now, if you know someone that's a victim of domestic violence, you can visit our website, DCNewsNow.com, for resources right here in Prince George's County. Reporting in Upper Marlboro, I'm Yammer Sase, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Yamari. October the 10th was Mental Health Day, but today, a famous actress and DC native Taraji P. Henson held a mental health conference over at National Harbor. At the conference in PG County, Henson presented the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, announcing that it's a new mental health organization named after her dad, who also battled untreated mental health issues. Affects so many of us. Henson says that she's been looking forward to this specific event and to pour back into the community to help build her.
I never wanted to just go away and make it. I always wanted to be hope. I always wanted to come back and pour into the community that poured into me.
Love to see it. This weekend, the 5th annual Wellness Summit also featured famous artist Wale and Sherry Shepherd. They focused on how they can ensure nobody suffers in silence. It's a good message. The Commanders are in prime time for Week 6. They are hosting the Bears at home tomorrow for Monday Night Football. It's a rematch after last year's spectacular Hail Mary touchdown pass and win. That's embedded into my mind. The team is set to honor the Navy's 250th anniversary as well throughout the game. This is going to include a retired Navy SEAL to deliver the game ball, recognizing both fallen and active service members, and they've got celebrations for hometown heroes. Looking forward to seeing the highlights from that. Still ahead, holiday deals arriving early this year. Is it something to dance about? For that guy it is. We're helping you stretch your dollar to start saving right now. And Penn State's head football coach fired after a dozen seasons. The Big Ten University with alumni roots here in the DMV now looking for permanent leadership after a disappointing start to the season. Time now 9:13. A live look at National Harbor where Taraji had that event earlier, and man, it's a blustery one. We had to hold on to our hats today, didn't we? More on your forecast coming up.